Hey, La.
Good to go.
God.
I Shalom.
Shalom.
Brothers from Great Millstone, Louisiana, coming at you with another live lesson. Prior to getting started, we like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem Kakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to those who like. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, and so I'm gonna get this brother to read this article. All right, and it's going into what happened with that guy Charlie Kirk. Okay, we understand that he was unalived a couple days ago. All right, and what does that mean for people who speak out against the norms of this wicked ass queendom? Okay, you got it out.
All right, this is an article from CNN, and it says politics. It says Trump has turned up the temperature after Kirk's killing. Spencer Cox is trying to turn it back down, and it says for the approximately 40 hours between the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Say the unalive. Go back and shut.
What you say?
Unalive, like
I got you. And it says, right, for the approximately 40 hours between the unaliving of Charlie Kirk and the announcement Friday that a suspect had been apprehended, finger pointing reigned on the right. It said,
real quick, and that's going into the right and left wing, right? Which we understand through the scriptures, they all are part of the same bird. Okay, they scream Republican, Democrat, but they all are part of the same bird, man. All right, the same powers are controlling both sides. You got it.
It says some Republicans and right-wing pundits and influencers spoke of war and their side becoming radicalized in response. President Donald Trump, who floated cracking down on leftists and liberal organizations, he basically blamed for political violence.
Now, I want to speak on that, all right? Because when you understand, this thing about when you see it, the way we're perceived is what as violent, radicalized, okay, in different group, it's like in different adjectives that go into that, all right. But nevertheless, we only preaching the Bible, man. We're just giving you the understanding of, the scriptures. That's it. Okay, when it start to get into subjects about what grape, right? What should happen to PDF files, right? Different things of that nature, because this world accepts all of those things, man. All right, and this guy Charlie Kirk, what he did was he spoke out against Moism, right? Same sex business, right, and things of that nature. Basically, bringing things back to how America was. Right? He was a big Trump supporter, man. Okay, and nevertheless, I'm gonna let you keep reading. Keep reading. I'm getting ahead of myself.
It says President Donald Trump floated cracking down on leftists and liberal organizations. He basically blamed for political violence.
God. So there's a blame, that comes when something like this happens. There's a blame, and it must be put on somebody, man. And those with eyes, I obviously see that all of these things are going to what promote these people, okay, or provoke these people, provoke the wicked, okay, into coming after the men of the Lord. It's spoken about in the scriptures, okay, and it will happen. Finish out, and I'm gonna get you to get that word.
It says he topped it off Friday morning by suggesting conservative extremists have been radicalized for legitimate reasons, while saying that radicals on the left are the problem.
Now, when you understand those trigger words that are written, this is a public article. This is an article that has been published by CNN. So they're using words like what? Radicalized, extremist. We're considered extremists, you see, by those who oppose, really, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Okay? So as you see these things, this wasn't just a senseless unaliving, something that randomly happened, okay? Which Jake ain't into no uh, uh, being all into conspiracies and things of that nature, but we understand bullshit when we see it, man. Okay, so grab that word, huh? That's all I wanted. The why.
It's that word psyop and the AI overview. It says short for psychological
Uh-huh.
operations.
Yep.
Refers to a U.S. Army function that involves analyzing target audience audiences and planning activities to influence their attitudes and behaviors to achieve military and national objectives.
So one thing I want to speak on with that is this. A lot of the unalivings that you see, George Floyd, Mike Brown, different people like that, it does exactly what this AI overview is going into about a psychological operation, man. Or other words, a psyop. It basically incites people to do things, man. It gets them to become violent, and in other times it gets them to what? To become docile. All right. But in this particular case, the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, hey, that has people ready to harm people with the same beliefs and same views, right, that he had. Okay. And all it's doing is getting these people hyped up and riled up for what, man? What the scriptures go into, man. What? Race wars, man. Not only just about race wars, but also civil wars. Okay. Want to say something?
Yeah, just backing you up. Basically they want to quiet so-called truthers or anybody that speaks up against it. We talk about conspiracy theorists, and stuff like that. But we're like spiritual conspiracy theorists. So at some point in time, they're going to want to shut the mouths of us, you know, because of what we're doing. Basically talking up against America in general.
That's right. And that word conspiracy is a relatively new term, man. All right. These people have created a negative connotation to the word conspiracy, but when you go into it, it's basically just we just telling what's going on, the truth, the truth. And these people, these are the wicked elites, have what? Demonized telling the truth, man. So finish that out, so we can get this brother precept. Whatever precept y'all brother have.
It says these planned activities can include
This disseminating information,
conducting deception,
Mhm.
or supporting civil authorities through various media such as leaf,
leaflets.
leaflets,
Mhm.
radio broadcasts, social media, and face-to-face communication.
That's pretty much it. All right, but nevertheless, hey, that's another way that these elites do what? Get you people riled up. It's through social media, man. All right. I seen a clip after that guy was what unalive. He was irrational. He was crying. He was
Angry.
he was angry, man. You know, and that's the state of the world right now. All right, the world is in utter chaos, and it's only going to progress more and more. Okay, so we'll get your precept, huh?
Yep, back you up. Everything you just said. This Psalm 64 and verse 2.
God.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
And who's the secret council, man? All right, you elites. All right, you Gettys, you Bilderbergs. Okay, you Rothschilds. All right, keep going.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
That's right, man. All right, from the insurrection of you workers of iniquity. That's all y'all do is sow iniquity within the earth, man. All right, through what? Through ways of, like this brother just read, psyops, different what do you call that, man? T attacks, okay, things like that, man.
Misinformation.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah.
So-called natural disasters, right? Things of that nature, man. Catastrophes. That's how y'all sow discord within the earth, man. Keep going.
Right, because if I could back up what you're saying, like even with the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, before anybody knew who it was that did it, they was automatically putting it on Jake.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that Charlie Kirk was speaking out against. So they already had, what's the word I'm trying to say?
A narrative.
A narrative already before it even happened, because of what he spoke out against. This is verse 3. It says, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
When you go into that word wet, it's not spelled wet as in water or liquid, but it's WHET.
Yeah.
Right? That means to sharpen, man. Okay, keep going.
It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
And that's exactly what this camp is going into, man. They're shooting in secret at the perfect. Who are the perfect, man? I do it. That's right, man. Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, hey, Lord willing, we are the perfect. Okay? Abaratazah. You know?
You got a little bit more. It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them?
And how do you identify these different snares? All right, let's put it in the real terms. Okay, Project Cypher. All right, things like that. These different operations that they have queued up, waiting for the perfect catastrophe, a perfect attack, so to say. All right, they have these things in line for the men of the Lord, man. All right, yes, that would be. You want to say something?
No, go ahead. I'm saying that.
Yes, they have there's going to be mass casualties, all right, within the earth, but it's ultimately to target the men of the Lord, man. That's who it's all about. You got it.
That's right. In Psalms 83rd chapter, it speaks and says that they're confederate against us.
That's right.
Everybody has a seat when they go sit down at the National Nations Convention, except for our people. And so, as the brothers allude to, they use these different organizations to push these lies into the earth to get the people riled up to come against us. When, like he said earlier, all we're doing is speaking the truth. They use the SPLC, which is a Southern Poverty Law Center, as well as the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. And you was finished with your precept, brother? I got the precept to back it up.
I'll read verse 6, and that's it. Yes, Psalm 64 and verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Right? And when they sit at these different secret councils, all right, they come up with perfect plans, man. Yep. To plot against the just, all right, the righteous, which is the men of the Lord, because that's who it's all about. It's Esau versus Jacob. All right, they know who are the true men of the Lord, and that's what they have to come against, because the word that we bringing out is what? Pulling down strongholds. All right, the men of the Lord is turning the world upside down, man.
That's right. And real quick, this is all necessary. All right, Jake must understand that. All right, the coming against the men of the Lord is necessary. All right, the Lord need a reason, okay, to come back and utterly kick ass, man. Excuse my Swahili, like Apostle Ramla would say. You know, you got your precept.
Just backing the brothers up. This Psalms 50 and 20. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brothers. Who's thy brothers? Jacob and Esau are brothers. And Esau is sitting, speaking against us to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Look at what they doing. Look at how they acting. They saying that we're savages out here. They're saying that we can do no good. We can do no right. All we know how to do is wrong. We can't can't go out and have a good time with one another. We get to killing one another. And so this is what it says: thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
That's right. You know, and they do. All right, we called all kind of bywords and proverbs, all right, within the earth. All right. Hey, when they're brought up to see Jake and automatically think negative. You know, it's just they think danger when they see a so-called black man in particular.
Come on,
all right, but they slander their own mother's son, man. They brother, okay. And that's gonna bring me into that Revelations 12, and I got you with your precept. I'm gonna get all y'all brothers priests.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, starting at 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
And that couples up perfectly with that precept this brother just brought up. All right. Because contrary to popular belief, hey, this devil is our brother, man. All right, this is Esau, man. All right, we represent Jacob. You see, but nevertheless, hey, he did it in the ancient times, and now he's doing it again. Okay, but grab that word accuser for me for Baka Shah.
This is the word accuser. In the blue letter is G2725.
Mm-hmm.
It says an accuser, a name given to the devil.
No, not down. You might got to go into it in the online slot.
Let me-
Yeah, bear with us for a moment because I really want to grab this word, man. Yeah.
This accuser in the online etymology, it says one who accuses or blames. Person who formerly accused another of an offense before a magistrate.
And that's ultimately what this devil's doing. Like the brother said, hey, this devil, and somebody grab it for me where it says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor strong drink.
Have a quick
Babaka shot, because that's what this devil does. He ultimately puts out a trap for us, as the brother read in that Psalm 64, and then he basically prays unto the Lord and says, look at what your so-called sons are doing. All right, look at the ones who you call righteous. Look what they're doing in the earth. Okay, and there's a recompense for that. All right, but it says, go back in that Revelations, read it one more time.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
And ultimately, that's what's going to happen, man. All right, this devil is going to get put down, for his accusations, his false accusations, man. All right. I just went into a lesson. Going into the complaint of the just shall be justified. All right. We're sitting here pleading a case, and we have who? The ultimate lawyer, Yahushua, man. Okay. But whoever had that precept I called for the Habakkuk.
This Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
And what that nakedness is going into is ultimately not having the law, statutes, and commandments to be governed by. All right, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're naked right now, man. All right, not physically, or some of them, but for the most part, hey, they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, so they're doing what? They're being harlots, thugs, right? With their back pushers. I'm trying to look for better words either than but nevertheless, that's being naked. Throughout the scriptures. But that was it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Khan, you got it, huh?
This is the Proverbs 19 and verse 9. A false witness shall not go unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish.
Khan, you got it.
Oh, Khan. And they going into Esau Edom being a false witness on us, praying to the Lord, saying, look what they doing, but he's not speaking about all the things he did to us, put us in that position to do that wickedness. You got it, huh?
Khan, you could get your precept too,
Okay.
All go back. It ultimately all go back to the blessing. You know, at the end of the day, he wanted to have that blessing. Yes. You got it, Kabal.
Because Isaiah 32 verse 7, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak it right. But that's going to say, man, what the brother's going into, man. That basically, man, Esau, he trying to build a case. You know, he trying to build something to where we'll be made no evil, man. Those that speaking the truth. Because as the scripture say, man, have we become enemies because we tell you the truth on Galatians 4:16? You know, So he trying to make all devices, man. So he can make a way for us, man. We could be evil. We could be demonized.
That's
You
right.
know. Go ahead.
But like if I could bag you up, like you told Jake in these different, hoods, and ghettos and things like that, throw them in these projects, got them right on top of each other with a lack of resources. All right, they ain't got nothing, but somehow, some way, they get Glocks with switches and things like that. How are they getting these things? Yeah. All right, then you throwing them right on top of each other. What you think they gonna do with a lack of resources? They gonna take from one another. They gonna kill one another. But then what you doing now? Coming on, deeming them savages, criminals. All right, but you're not telling what it is that you've done to them, why they're acting the way that they're acting. Yeah, bro. Or even through the music industry, man. You let this different music be pushed forth. All right, you don't take NBA YoungBoy music down. You don't take Boosie music down. You let the music, stay on YouTube. But you take the Men of the Lord videos down when they tell you the time. You know?
No, I'm just gonna say real quick. They claim that what we say is hate speech, but the music is really hate speech.
That's hate speech.
You can't really go anywhere else in the world and it's blasted like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't. The Chinese. They don't really allow the Chinese to make music about killing each other like that.
Yeah.
It's banned in certain countries.
Yeah, they're algorithm.
Right.
I want to say too. That's why they trying to use that. You know what I'm saying? That situation with that guy as a propaganda, man, for us. You know, trying to say we did it, man, just because they things that we're preaching about, man.
After everything be said and done, this is who y'all put. It can't be no coincidence. This is who y'all put in the front of the TVs on CNN, MSNBC. And what is he doing? He's steady speaking as if he has all the correct answers and he knows the different percentages of so-called black fathers in the households and single black women. And he's basically making a mockery of the Israelites. And like he's painting us in a bad light. And it's the same thing that's been going on since way back in the day.
Right. Like this Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off."
That's right.
Verse 20.
Real quick, I want to say this because the terrible one that's going into Esau Edom, man. All right, he's going to be brought to naught. You see, it says the scorner is consumed, and it says all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Who are the ones that watch for iniquity, man? The prophets. Right. All right. That's what they seek to do. They seek to cut off the prophets, but the Lord have something in play. I don't know if you brothers used to play Yu-Gi-Oh or whatnot, but you used to put a trap card down, and then it gets revealed when its time is needed. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that the Lord has already calculated this thing, from the foundations of the earth. There's a cutoff point for us, man. All right, the Lord is going to make these devils basically put us in the corner, and then the Lord's gonna put us away, man. He's gonna put the prophets away. You got something? Real quick, finish that up.
This Isaiah chapter 29. I'm gonna read verse 21. Mm-hmm. It says that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. That's beautiful. Huh?
Yeah. One more time while I get this word.
I got you. This verse 21, Isaiah 29:21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
That's right, man. And that's what ultimately this devil is going to pay for. Okay. He if he could, he would, right? As far as putting his hands on the prophets. But the Lord not going to let that happen again. Yes, there will be martyrs. But for the most part, the prophet's going to get put up. Which will result in a famine of the word. So come get us. Because we know what follows after the famine of the word, man. That's right. Utter destruction. Okay. JT gonna pop off, right? Then the MOTB, then World War III, then what? Salvation. So the more and more they press to persecute us, the quicker we get to the kingdom, man. All right, that's that trap card I was talking about. Mm-hmm. But real quick, let me grab this word offender, and then you got your precept, right? This is offender in the online etymology, and it simply means a lawbreaker. All right, Now, when you look at what the type of presidency Donald Trump is about to usher in, I total what is it called? Totalitarian. One more time.
Totalitarianism.
And he's gonna get more draconian, man. These laws are about to get boosted, sevenfold, man. Okay, men will start to get persecuted for the very things in which they starting to they preach, man. Not only just us, but anybody that has a belief in similar fashion unto what the gospel speaks of, man. All right, but you got your precept, huh?
This is Lamentation 4:18. And it says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets, or our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So pretty much, they're trying to take us out from the street, trying to hide us, and trying to cut us off from coming out the streets, preaching His words and stuff like that. There'll come a time when they will do that, and the family will be there, And then after the family word, it's gonna be our time to be delivered from out of this, captivity.
Read one more down.
And it says our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness.
And that's what they do, man. Okay? Hey, they're gonna actively be on us, man. All right, within this these times to come. These are highly prophetic times we're in, man. All right, the scriptures speak of these things. Okay, I know you've been holding.
I was just gonna back you up about it because ultimately this ain't got nothing to do with niggas in the hood. It's got to do with the men of the Lord. All right, because the men of the Lord is what stimulating Jake's mind. All right, showing Jake a different way of life and how they supposed to be living. All right, because this is a new song. This is something that Jake hasn't heard for centuries, man. All right, so they can't let this word be preached through the four corners of the earth, man, for Jake to finally wake up, right? So that's what they got the problem with the men of the law, man. Ain't got nothing to do with niggas in the hood, folks.
Yeah, preaching they downfall too. You gotta mention that too.
Because they say if they return, roughly paraphrase, if they return back to their power, then there's no way that we'll be able to stop them.
Basically, Esau's in a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. You know what I'm saying? He's in a lose-lose scenario, so he's going to choose the damn if you do. You know what I'm saying? Part where he's going to go and actually have actions. You know what I'm saying? That's what that last scripture talks about him pursuing them on the mountains, man. Different kingdoms, all over the earth, man. What the Israelites are, they're going to be catching hell,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It goes back to what the brother brought out earlier when he said that a trap card has been laid. This Job 14, starting with 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? And we know who the clean is, and we know who the unclean. And it says not one. And it says in verse 5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds, then he cannot pass.
So, like I always like to say, this devil can't go 1 millisecond over his time. All right, once his time is up, once that buzzer buzzes, it's over with, man. It's done. All right, there's a specific date, all right, time, hour, minute, okay, that this devil's rulership will be up. All right, that's when all the shenanigans is over with. The gimmicks is over. Okay, righteousness is coming back into the earth, man. Record, goddamn devil. I know you was holding your precept. You ain't get your pre out. Huh?
Yes, it kind of passed, but I'll go to something else that kind of goes along with it. This is
Sneak record.
this is Job 20 and verse. I saw that 19. It says, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. And what does he ultimately desire? The NWO, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And that belly is basically, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be, eating, so to speak, right? He's gonna get certain things off, certain parts. The Lord's gonna allow certain parts of his propheticness to go off. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna let him fully implement, you know, his NWO, man, is going to fall short, you know.
Before you get that, you have more.
Um, no, you can catch this pretty soon. Well, I did have some more. I did have some more.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get the last two words. It says, verse 21. It says, "There shall none of his meat be left thereof." It says, "Shall no man look for his goods." Verse 22. It says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him." And I'll go one more. And it says, "When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating."
Yeah, so ultimately, this devil, he gonna get the opportunity to get the jump off on things, right? He gonna taste it, okay? He gonna eat a couple spoonfuls, all right? But before his belly is full, before the NWO is complete, all right? Hey, the Lord gonna make him vomit it up, man. All right? He gonna bust his goddamn stomach. You know?
Right. And you know, the belly basically, you know, going into like a deep-seated emotion,
Yeah.
like a satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? He's not, yes, what you say,
Sensation.
sensation. Say, what's the other word? Satiated or something?
Yeah, being satiated.
Being satiated.
Somebody grab that in the online at the
He's
bottom.
not gonna be able to, you know, finish that meal, man. You know.
Yeah, I want you to grab that word because you know that's what this devil wants to do. He wants to become satiated. You got it? Yeah. And then you have to understand this too, man. If he was able to become satiated, that would mean he would have swallowed up the prophets too. All right, and the Lord won't allow that. Okay,
According to that Job.
you got it.
God, this is satiate, and it says filled to be repletion,
Replenish. Repletion.
yeah, filled to repletion,
Mm-hmm.
satisfied, feed or nourish to full.
And remember, the so-called white man is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right, what is Satan's desire? All right, to sift the elect. He don't give a damn about regular two-third niggas, man, or Spicks, Latinos, Native American. He don't give a damn.
He got him already.
That's right.
He got him already.
The big catch is the men of the Lord, man. So the Lord is not gonna allow this devil to become satiated, with his NWO, man. All right.
Go ahead. I got a little bit more. It says to fill beyond or over natural desire. It says worried by repletion.
Yeah. And ultimately, when this devil begins to eat, because you know, I don't know about you, brothers, but when I eat, hey, the last bite, that be the best bite. You know, I say the best for last. All right. And the Lord's not gonna allow that. He's not gonna allow this devil to get the satisfaction of obtaining the men of the Lord, man. All right. And that's why we'll be faced with what? Death. Okay. The guillotine. Okay. Things of that nature. Right. He gonna see that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will not let the elect be taken.
Not because what is him feeling his belly? That's the MOTB.
That's right.
You know, MOTBing everybody up, man. Because once he puts that thing inside of you, what? He got your soul.
You've been
You know?
penetrated.
Penetrated.
You know, get that that song from it, and then we're gonna cover that, man. I know you've been holding up.
All right, this is Psalms chapter 21 and starting at verse 9. It says, "Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them."
And who is that talking about? All right. Hey, that judgment has only been described for one group of people. All right. The Edomites, man. All right. Their nation. All right. Babylon the Great. Okay. Keep going.
Verse 10, "Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men."
And that's another judgment that has only been given to the Edomite, man. All right. The so-called white man. According to what? Obadiah. You see? It says that their fruit. What are your fruit? What's a man's fruit? His children. Okay. It says his fruit. It's like their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth. These Edomites, they're the only ones that's going to be eradicated from the face of the planet Earth, man. Okay. And their seed from among the children of men. All right. So their seeds, man. Their offspring. Their lineage will be utterly taken out of the other the nations. Okay, you got it. Huh?
Verse 11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform.
And that's ultimately summing up all of these precepts that brothers just brought out involving the NWO and the MOTB, man. All right, that's mischievous device. Goes into an instrument. All right, so what instrument do they plan on putting in you, man? That grain of rice, that chip, okay, that RFID microchip, man. Okay, you got that Matthew? Bring it out.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10, starting at 16. In this red letters, Yahushua speaking.
Mhm.
It says, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
And see, that also brings an understanding with it too, because as they proclaim us to be violent, radical, what's some other synonyms for those words?
They were violence.
Revolutionary.
Yeah. Okay, we're not like the Black Panthers. We're not like these what it was, Antifa. Okay, ban arms. Things of that nature. We don't. That's not how we rock, man. It said what? Read it again from the beginning.
It says, verse 16 again, it says, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
What defense do a sheep have? None.
Oh.
Okay. What they don't we sheep don't have no defense. All right. And a wolf is his natural predator. Okay. So we're in the midst of wolves. These people have the power to kill. You see? Go ahead,
It says, Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
That's right. Because a serpent, though he have not what? Legs. Okay. He can't move around and get his prey. You see? Quickly, as do other animals. But what? He has to be wise.
Subtle.
That's right.
Crafty.
So he has to wait in areas in which he know that the prey gonna come through. Okay. He has to also what? Have camouflage. All right. That's why I say we be wise as serpents. So we got to be wise as these devils, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Seeing the danger. All right. Understanding that there is a predator that is an apex predator.
Yeah.
Okay. Hunting us. You want to make a point?
No, I had a precept to back you up.
It's quick because he got a little bit more to go.
Yeah, it's quick.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Psalms 59 and 1. Deliver me from my enemies, O my power. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from the bloody men.
That's right, man. And that got me thinking, because what do the sheep have? They have the herdsman, okay? They have the shepherd.
Yep.
That's the only defense that a sheep have, man, is the shepherd. And we have Yahushua, man, okay? That's what's to protect us. That's why it says, hide me, Lord, all right? But in other words, we hide within these scriptures, man, because we can't reach out and physically touch Yahushua, touch our shepherd, all right? But we could physically touch our shepherd, if you get what I'm saying, man. All right, we got these scriptures. Okay, the comforter.
The comforter is our weapons.
God.
We don't have weapons as Esau does, and we're definitely not going out here like other camps or other people, sporting what they got, camp chest protectors or whatever you want to call it, and guns with masks on, parading around as if they're gonna, be violent toward the violent, when your weapons can't stand up against nothing that they have.
And that also goes into what? That's also a part of that psychological, what it says, that psyop, man. Okay, because what these other camps have taken the bag. All right, they took the Judas purse. Okay, they're ultimately set up to bring blame. You see? You want to say something?
I got a precept.
Come on, hold that down. Keep going up.
Verse 17, it says, But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council, and they will scourge you in their synagogue.
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 That's right, man. Beware of men. Okay, scriptures talk to you about what? Hey, men's fathers, mothers, family members, all right, friends, neighbors, all right, all of these people will deliver you up when it's time to play the blame game. Believe that these people who are secretly adverse to our beliefs, okay, because they're not going to come out and say, oh, I don't like when you go out on Saturdays. I don't like that, you don't cut your hair. You have some bold ones that do. I don't like that you don't get a lining. Why you can't do this on a, they don't know the Shabbat. All right, certain things we can and cannot do. But in that day, when like I said, when it's time to play the blame game, then you're gonna see, all right, what they've been holding back, because now they have been given the floor, basically. You see,
They have a reason.
they got a reason now.
And before the brother finished, this what you're talking about goes into the word revile, and that goes into criticize in an abusive or angrily insulting manner, and that's what's going to be taking place. Actually, it's taking place right now, but how much more so in those days when the Lord continues to place that division amongst the people. Like he said, mother gonna go against mother, sister against mother-in-law, roughly paraphrasing, and ultimately these people against the men of the Lord, because we're not conforming to anything that they're doing. They looking at us like we strange.
And that's why I brought out that word. What was that word? You read it in Isaiah. Accuser. Not accuser, it was another one, but nevertheless, man, I've been foggy all week, man. Thoughts ain't been all the way collected. Keep going, huh?
Verse
Offender, Salakia. Offender, because it says a lawbreaker. And once they start giving out bags, compensation, okay, for turning in a brother, okay, that's when you're gonna see people accusing, man. Okay, but go ahead.
verse 18. It says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake.
That's right. These high ups, these elites, okay, and even so, hey, these different mayors, judges, council members,
Yes,
right? All of these different people, presidents, shit, right? Hey, brother's gonna be brought before these people, and it's all for a reason, because the Lord have a message for them. That's why I think it's gonna say it. Yes,
Keep going, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna say it. Keep going now.
It says, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Yeah, it says for a testimony. Okay, so what do we carry? The testimony of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. You see? Go ahead.
It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak.
So it's not up to you, okay? It don't matter what you want to say. No, the Lord have a message for these devils, and he's just merely using us, Lord willing. Okay, when we get in those particular times, may the Lord use us. Okay, go ahead.
It says, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
That's right. So when the time is right, okay, because I went into a lesson a couple weeks back going into you got to become a visionary, right, within this truth. Not only do we have to be visionaries as far as pertaining to the kingdom of heaven, but being a visionary as pertaining to what? These times. You see? Imagine being in a cold white room somewhere. You don't know where the hell you at. All right. A million thoughts gonna be running through your mind. Scriptures, okay. What's gonna happen to me soon? All right. Who else in here? Okay. I wonder what happened to that brother. We was hiding in a fucking cave together or some shit. So these are actual things that are gonna take place. So, that's why I tell you, hey, you don't have to worry about what you're gonna say. When it's time, the Lord gonna put his words in your mouth, just like he's doing right now. There's no difference in that time. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 20, it says, for it is not he that speak, but the spirit of your father which speaketh in you. And
Because look at the times of ancient. Right? Hey, when Paul, John the Revelator, John the Baptist, okay, when these different men were brought up, Yahushua, man, okay, when these different men were brought before these governors, these politicians, okay, these different people, these higher ups, the Lord had a message for them. It's no different this time. All right, keep going.
Verse 21. And the brother shall deliver.
One more thing. One more thing. We always bring it out. All right. The 7 sons of Maccabees, man. Look at all of the words that they said in the face of the king, man. They didn't think of that. Okay. That the Lord had a message for them devils.
That's correct.
You see? Go ahead.
Verse 21, it says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents.
So your own flesh and blood, all right, people who you've known for all your life, okay, will turn coat. All right, they're gonna give you up, man. And this is the Lord giving us the heads up. Like, listen, this shit gonna happen.
God. And that's beautiful, because what we have, inflation, hyperinflation, housing market crumbling, people losing their jobs left and right. People gonna be looking for an easy bag. People gonna be looking for get them some money so they can buy some food. The children screaming in their ear, I'm hungry, mom, I'm hungry, dad, I'm hungry. Shit, I know somebody that knows somebody where I can get what I need.
And see, you're gonna have the MOTB in place. All right. The minute the Lord not gonna take the MOTB, man. All right. So when you get 10,000 credits on your RFID microchip, have you seen this person? When you're plastered over the TV screens, over the radios, right? When your face is on billboards, okay? Reward for the Shire. Like, did you see this man? Call this number. Like, that shit don't. This a real thing, okay? Want to say something?
Just like how the boys escaping the prison.
That's right.
A lot of people were trying to hunt. They were trying to look for him, hunt for that man just for that money. So,
I just wanted to say real quickly, they had a brother that had a dream about, I don't remember what the brother's name was or whatever, but he was hiding in a house with all his family members and stuff. And they got on the loudspeaker basically and was like, if you know this person, when they said his Hebrew name, but nobody knew his Hebrew name, he was hiding in a house. He said, look, we just want the person, if there's in here, if he's in here, bring him out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If not, and we're going about our way, or we're not gonna kill everybody. That was the point. He say, look, we're not gonna kill everybody. But then it got down to the point where they basically kind of said his name. And so everybody in the house knew who it was. You know what I'm saying? He was like, y'all just sit tight, don't move, don't do anything. We're gonna be all right. And they said one of the chicks ran up to the door and let him in.
Yeah, that's gonna happen, man. Men's wives, okay, the women that you've been intimate with, for whatever period of time. Hey, for those kids, Eve gonna give your ass up, man. You cooked, fried.
And I just want to say, just to add on to that, just real quickly, he said when they walked in, he said the weapons they had looked like something from Halo. You know what I'm saying? So it must have went at that time. I guess some brothers must have had some type of power because it was like charged up energy weapon. It wasn't like a gun, a typical gun or whatever.
What did it's in Isaiah
59. What's that?
Yeah,
Lift like handle.
Yes, because that's gonna happen, man. All right. Hey, like I said earlier within this video, hey, the Lord is gonna make these devils put us in the corner. All right, and that small cub, because we ain't nothing but cubs right now. The Lord gonna just like that, all right, turn men into actual weapons, right?
Short threshing instrument.
That's right, man. What is that? Micah 4:13. Okay, but whoever had that, go ahead. Yep.
This Isaiah 59 and verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When an enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Because this devil, he's gonna. What does a flood do? It compasses all things in which is around it. All right. If this place would a flood right now, the water will be all over. Okay. We basically gonna be cornered off, man. All right. But the Lord said He gonna what? Lift up a standard. All right. Somebody get that word standard.
You want it? It's fine.
Blue letter.
No blue letter.
And you could read that about the shot in the NLT. Let me know when you got that word. Huh?
What that was? Isaiah 59.
Come, we gonna get it.
I got it in
Bring it out, huh?
this is Isaiah 59 and verse 19. It says, in the west, people will respect the name of the Lord. In the east, they will glorify him. For he will come like a raging flood, tide, driven by the breath of the Lord.
You know, and that's a man. Jay can't even imagine. You know, and these people don't even have no idea that something like this is even possible. Like they believe that only on video games and movies, anime, that these sorts of things, which this brother's gonna get, you know, that is only it's a fictional thing, right? But that just go to show how far off we are, okay, from the Lord, man, from our power. Go ahead, I can get Yeah, you see what to get. You can just read them all in the outline of biblical usage. Yep.
You want to read this one? That's pretty much all the point.
Nah, get the biblical usage.
This is standard biblical usage.
In the blue letter.
Yeah, in the blue letter, it's H5127, and it's noose, and it goes into fleet, escape.
Yep.
It says to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly, to attack on horseback.
And ultimately, that's what I wanted to grab from this brother. All right, it's to take flight, man. All right, to disappear. Okay. So now we're starting to get into those spiritual powers. All right, the Lord is actually gonna grant men, okay, grant the beloved ones a power, man. Okay, before the new bodies. You see? So don't think it's strange when you see, you know, when you seen a brother run into an alleyway and got troops behind him and a fucking tank just stuck coming flying back out the cut, man. You know, you see men just blow up and blow back. Like this is really gonna happen, man. Things are the Lord is finna show the earth who he really is through his power, man. You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
God.
When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, come upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumble and fail. Though in hosts shall encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident.
God. Yeah, because hey, they gonna encamp against us, like the brother brought out in that dream / vision that the brother had. Okay, they were encamped about him. You see, they were ready to go into his home. Okay, and that's how it's gonna happen, man.
And if I might add, so like you go.
Also, yeah, basically, like when that time come, like we ain't gonna have no fear.
Fear, man.
Because yeah, like brother said, like hey, Lord will lift up that standard. To a rather a miracle gets spiritual power. Or a like scripture say, man, the angel camping around us, man. So
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
if the Lord be for us, man, who could be against us, man? According to Romans 8.
Then Yahushua, in one of the gospels, when the men had came to get him, Yahushua told him, I ain't gonna someone say Yahushua told him, but they went to go get him and they fell on the ground. That's spiritual power right there. And the Lord say some brothers may get spiritual powers. That's just what it is.
All I know is like the elder Yaganah sit down here, man. I just want to be close to that brother when you get those powers.
Uh,
If I don't get them, cool, but I won't be near a brother. I won't be right on his garment, brother. That's you hear me? Lead the way. But I know you got a precept. Go ahead, bring it up.
Real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 14. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel." All right, it says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob." All right, what is a worm? A worm is defenseless, man. A worm cannot protect itself. If you grab hold of a worm, it's over with for it. You know what I'm saying? It's at the will of whoever grab it. You want to say something?
Go to 40, start at 30, y'all. No, start at 29. Start at 29 to 31.
Hold on, let me. I'm on 14. Let me finish this real quick. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel." All right, so Yahweh Shema Shai know that the nation of Israel is nothing but a worm. Yeah. All right, we have no offense. All right, we cannot really defend ourselves outside of spiritual power. We need spiritual power. And Yahweh Shema Shai sees that, man. He know that we don't have no offense, that we can't fight this devil. All we dependent on is him.
And it's all to what? To glorify Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. You see, that's what it's all about. Because if the Lord allowed us to what? Get our own way out, then Jake will glorify himself rather than Yahweh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right, man. That's why we don't believe in being this fucking super prepper. And it's nothing wrong with having extra cases of water, right? Things of that nature. Okay, rations, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But understanding that is not your salvation. You see, that's what it's all about. The idea, what is your mindset behind this? That's right. Okay? Because the scriptures already tell you, hey, you shall not thirst. You shall not go hungry. Okay? The Lord has proven multiple times throughout the scriptures that He's able to get you food, right? When you don't have no food. Man. Right. Give you provisions and whatever else that you may need at that point in time. What you want to say, come on?
Nice.
Okay.
I'll see. I'll probably get the Isaiah for 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, 29. Start, yeah, 20, yeah, start verse 29. Oh, yeah, God. No, yeah, 41 though. It's in 40. It's in chapter 40.
I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. And how much my shot said, what? That we are the apple of his eye. And, anybody that's touched him, right, they touch the apple of the Lord's eye, man. So this devil know when he come down with great wrath on the men of the Lord, that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to intervene because what? We worms. We have no offense. We can't fight against this devil. Carnally, we ain't got it. We need spiritual power, Right.
When you go into that word apple of the Lord's eye, that word apple, right, it goes into the pupil. All right. When you could touch any part of your eye but the pupil is gonna cause a reaction. All right. And so when you start to touch the men of the Lord, now you're starting to get the Lord riled up, man. All right. And that's ultimately that trap card. Yeah?
Right.
See? But that was it.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this verse 15 real quick. It says, "Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth." All right, and that's spiritual power. It says, "Thou shalt thresh through the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills a shaft." And ultimately, when it's all said and done, and the kingdom of heaven is being ushered in, all right, the men of the Lord gonna be set on top, man. And we're gonna have all power, spiritual power, to starting with Yahweh Shai first and foremost, because when he come back, he gonna have those many crowns. All right, but following in his lead, his little brothers, all right, we're gonna take the rest of these mountains, these governments down, man. All the rest of these nations. Yes, bro.
No, that's and we gonna with that power, we gonna also be able to break the mountains for real, right? Physically too,
Hey, Jeremiah 16:16, man.
Hey, you got it?
I'll get it.
Bring it up.
This is Jeremiah 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. Yeah, the will I sent for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, because you devils gonna try to go into these different bunkers, right? to avoid nuclear fallout.
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna go into these different islands, all right, that are that's not gonna be hit with the judgment, all right, the great judgment of the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right. They're gonna try to go into the heavens, right? Go into the low orbital space. All right. They're gonna also go into the depths of the ocean too, man. There's also what that's called deep water bunkers, right? All right, which they have no inclination that they're gonna meet Leviathan.
That's
now,
right,
man.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
All right, and what is that? That's Job 41, I believe. Job 40 that goes
Yeah,
into
Job 41.
that goes into Leviathan.
Yeah.
All right, where you think they get these ideas for these movies from? Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay, that's get that from the scriptures, man. Okay, but grab that Psalms.
That's the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 32.
Yep.
It says, "It is the Most High that girded me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon my high places."
That's right. So, real quick, I'm gonna grab that word hind.
Oh.
Real quick. If they don't know by now, I love bringing out words. You know, to hell with that. But they can't dispute. Like, that's one thing about bringing out definitions. You can't dispute what this means. Can't say I'm using it the way I want. No, this is what the word means, and go deal with that somewhere.
And that's another reason why they're upset. When the Lord come and they're thorough with it.
Yep. Truth is pure. Okay, come on. Truth is pure. You can't come against truth, man.
Say no God will be in there.
That's right, man. Don't worry about it. But it says it goes into read that last portion again by Hind's feet.
It says, verse 33 again, it says, "He maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon my high places."
So that means David is leaping onto a high place, man. All right, which is what? Spiritual powers. Okay. That's the same thing gonna happen in these times. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 34, it says, "He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms."
Jake gonna be on some damn Luke Cage shit. You know, Jake gonna be doing some shit. So they're gonna need those space weapons. All right. And I'm just saying that as a way for Jake to process it in their mind. All right. Because these are different things than you was gonna say.
I would say, yeah, like these different Marvel movies, man.
Yep.
That's the picture right there. That's where they got it from. The scriptures.
And because you mentioned Halo. Now, Jake don't know about Halo, the video game Halo. There's you have the U.S. Marines, okay, which is the force of the earth at that time, and then you also have what's the name of the aliens? I know you know. The Covenant.
Yeah.
You see, that's their name. All right, and what they had to get these special weapons, all right, to fight the Covenant. Okay, it's super spiritual when you start to get into that game, man. You know, they coming in these so-called UFOs, right? Different things of that nature. All right, but nevertheless, they're gonna try to kill the men of the Lord in that day with these different weapons, but it won't work. All right, because contrary to popular belief, hey, the Lord is the one that's writing this manuscript. All right, He's not gonna let just like they say they found a chariot. Okay, they shot a chariot out the sky. The Lord is far beyond all of that, man. Your man-made weapons. Okay, He's far beyond that. You want to say something?
Yeah, just like scripture say, the wisdom of this world is foolish to the Lord.
That's right, man.
So no matter what they think they can create, it's never gonna work against them.
We're talking about the real Omni-Man coming back. Okay, Omni-Men. You see, Jake gonna get that power, man.
Jake gonna get the power. But even before we get the power, even though we have low spiritual power right now, we have this truth, and the truth letting us know the end from the beginning, the beginning from the end. So we got to one up on all these people. Yeah, we got to one up on all these people. This Psalm
Powerful.
37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. So it don't matter that what happened with the guy Charlie Kirk. It's gonna be more Charlie Kirks to come, and they all gonna try to do the same thing. Esau been using the same playbook since the beginning of time. But the men of the Lord know what to do. We know who to trust in our power, as the brother Kabal brought out earlier. You know,
And you mentioned the blessings, all right? Because that's a part of the blessings. Spiritual powers is a part of the blessings, all right? Salvation, a part of the blessings, okay? This devil, what is his blessing? The sword.
yes,
You see, this devil, he gets all intricate when it comes down to sword play, all right? But our blessing, all right, is the blessing that was given unto Jacob, man. All right, the kingdom, the new bodies, all right, these scriptures. And what do that come with? Spiritual powers, all right, divine intervention.
everlasting dominion.
That's right, man. So look, we're gonna get these rest of these few precepts and we're gonna get up out of here, man. You was finished?
Yes.
Got more? Grab your pre-op.
This is Isaiah 65:13, going into the point that, Yahweh is going to be there for us. So we don't have to worry about nothing. And it says, therefore, thus said Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
And let me hold you right there, because you have people that'll watch our videos and say, well, what the hell are y'all gonna do in these times? Folks, we're gonna keep our faith, man. And we're gonna have faith that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is gonna do exactly what he said he's gonna do right there in that scripture.
Yeah, power that never lie.
Come on, man.
Him and his son. Both of them, they never lie. Whenever they speak, it's law. They never go back on their words. So it's always the truth.
Yes, brother. Yes.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14. Verse 14. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of hearts, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Yeah. So the Lord gonna turn that smile upside down, man. Okay. Everybody showing their teeth now, right? In mirth. Okay. But your laughter is gonna turn into lamentation. All right, weeping. Okay. That's the harsh reality of this thing. But hey, it's necessary that we make this known. Because they believe they got it, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, right, along with Esau, Edom, and the heathens, they believe that they're in a good place right now. That the earth will shake back. But we have other news, right? This is gospel unto us, the good news. You see that this place is gonna fall. Right? That this is the last seconds of time for this devil Esau, Edom, man. Okay, there's more.
No,
You got your precept, Hezekiah.
This is just to back your brothers up real quick on the spiritual power. It's Zechariah 12:8. It says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
That's right, man. Man, the elect, okay, the 144,000 is going to be as a Yahushua. Scriptures tell you that. All right. Let me see.
They had a show, I believe it was called like Supercell or something like that, where all these different people, basically Jakes was getting power.
See,
You know what I'm saying? And
Jimmy Fox was in that?
Nah,
No,
that was
Jamie
it was a British.
Yeah, they showed the end at the end. They showed the beginning at the end.
Yeah, they had one guy basically able to go in and out of time. Another guy disappeared. Another guy was strong as an ox, impenetrable. Another guy run like the Flash.
Yeah.
What's the type of powers that Jake gonna have in that day?
Yeah, another Jake too. You know how to freeze time. He know invisible.
Yeah,
Invisible.
Yeah.
He was able to go in and out of time, see the future, come. So yeah.
That's what we have in store, man. So brothers gotta stay on your most holy faith, man. Okay, make sure this thing stays the first thing, right? And not the other way around. Because you will be defended, like that scripture just brought out. Right, the Lord will defend us in that day. You just got to keep up your end of the ball. It's a no-brainer that Yahweh gonna keep up his. Right? He did everything he said he was gonna do already. Right? And these are just some of the things that haven't happened yet. But that comes with this walk, man. Like having faith that the Lord will continue to do what he's been saying he was gonna do. All right. Grab that precept. Philip.
Start at the top. This First John chapter 3, starting at the top. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Yahweh. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh. Right, we are already the sons of Yahweh, man. You know, if us brothers up here, if we be amongst that number, the elect, we are already the sons of Yahweh. The world just doesn't know yet. It says, beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be, right? Because physically, we may not look the part, all right? But, we might not got, brothers might not be built how these athletes built or whatever. But the Lord said he don't deal with the mighty men of this world, all right? But he deal those that make it foolish to the world. That's what we deal with. That's how the Lord separate the insincere from the sincere, man. All right, he got us looking, not the part, man.
Yeah, the underdogs.
The underdogs.
Basically, yeah, the underdogs.
He say revealed it to not the wise, but he revealed it unto babes, roughly paraphrase.
It says,
just real quick, that's how he's gonna hide his men too, because you're gonna be able to blend in with everyone else. So how is he gonna know who got the truth? No, you got it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have us looking like Dragon Ball Z right now. Bro. This ain't the time. It says, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Yeah, and the Lord, how he gonna reappear? Scriptures tell you he's not gonna meet these devils as no man. He already came in flesh like a man, bro. He coming back as in a celestial suit, man. Yes, okay. In his glory, in his full glory, man. Come on, okay. But grab that
word the definition. I got you. This divine intervention, and the Google. This is the definition of it. It says divine intervention is the concept of a deity or supernatural power directly and actively involving itself in human affairs, often to alter events or accomplish purposes beyond natural human capabilities.
And that's all right. The latter half of this lesson in a nutshell, man. All right. Hey, we're dealing with a power, okay, that he loved to deal with divine intervention. Look at how he dealt with all the other prophets, man. Okay. We already talked about with the food, with the water, all right, giving men strength, okay, things of that nature. That's come on.
Casting them into that fiery furnace, man. Yep. All right, and they live through that. All right, he as a matter of fact, he blasts the furnace on the highest it could go. Yep. And those men live through that.
Yeah, how though? Y'all showered with him.
That's right.
That's fine. Yeah.
Going into that lesson we did last night, man.
What he say? The dude looked in there and say, "Man, I thought y'all put
3 men.
Yeah,
yo, you shall see folks.
That's so. Let's grab these. Really, we just making a fire. That's the sign right there. All right. So, Lord willing, this camp was edifying. All right. So prior to getting out of here, we like to give all glory, honor, and praise unto double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to who like Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba
Shalom.
Shalom.